Yeah, here we go. Welcome, folks. Welcome back to U.S. Home Talk. We're live every Wednesday at noon Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. We are podcasted and syndicated with all the streaming platforms to the known universe.
Multiverse. Are we to the multiverse yet?
We should do a show on the metaverse. We should syndicate with the metaverse. We'll go do it at Snoop Dogg's metaverse house.
Yeah,
I heard he has one.
He was one of the first to buy, I think.
That is an interesting concept.
Yeah, they spend a lot of money too. I think that's kind of the crazy part on that whole thing too.
Some have money to burn, don't they? They got money to burn. Folks, Jason Walgrave here with Walgrave Real Estate Group and the Minnesota Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. We've got the great Marcus Walgrave with Hague Realtors out of the Sioux Empire, Sioux Falls, South Dakota real estate market. We've got Evan Little, the great producer, the insurance guru, the man of mystery. We'll go into more details on that another time. Mike Overson with Illuminate Home Loans is not here today. I don't even know what he said. Meeting. He said he was going to be tied up.
Yeah, I think it was a super duper important meeting.
Yeah, tied up was the word. I don't exactly know what that means, but those were the words he used. So we're going to have a good show today talking about staging, getting your house ready for market. Folks, if you have questions during the show, feel free to leave those in the comment section on Facebook and YouTube. And all things real estate, not just the topic, but anything and everything real estate related, shoot us over a question or a comment. We'd love to get those. You can also text in those questions to our 24-hour real estate hotline number, which is 612-234-7585. That number is dedicated to U.S. Home Talk. You can connect directly with Marcus, myself, Mike, Evan, all of our fantastic U.S. Home Talk partners. During the show, you can text or you can call and text that number 24 hours a day because it is our real estate hotline number, 612-234-7585. All right. You're a seller. Your house has got to go on the market. What do we got to do? What do we got to do to get it ready? We're going to be talking about staging tips. I'll tell you what. I've got a real life, really recent example of this. Marcus had a house that went on the market yesterday. This home, I first looked at it, it's close to a year ago, for sure last fall. Talking to the seller and ideas on getting it ready. Mr. Seller, he brought his sister in to help. She's got some wonderful staging and design ideas. And this is a house that they lived in for a long time. Really nice 2-story, 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 2-story, but they lived there a long time, right? And so as we know, the longer we live in a home, the more things we collect, and the clutter, the clutter sometimes takes over. Marcus, you and I know this and Overson quite well because we have some children, and they definitely contribute to the clutter.
Children do contribute, but I tell you what though, Jason, I know when my wife and we sold our first place, it was a townhouse that we bought, and we didn't have any children at the time when we sold that place, and we kind of looked around the place, and I remember speaking with the professional movers, and they're like, "Hey, you're gonna need the large truck based on the square footage of the home." I'm like, "I'm not gonna need a large truck. I'm like, I don't have a lot of stuff." And they're like, "Well, in our experiences," and so big mistake on my side, not relying on the expertise of the professionals, and sure enough, the medium-sized truck filled up, ran out of space, and then I had to use Mark Walgrave's truck and a trailer to get the rest because they ran out of room. But the closets, when you strategically pack those and they're full, it's pretty alarming that when you start pulling those things out, how much stuff you can put in just one little closet. So
It is incredible. It is
I wish I
incredible.
could blame it all on the children, but unfortunately,
That's a great point. I mean, it's a great point. It's and sometimes we work with sellers that have been in their home 50 years,
yeah,
and it's just it's just the two of them, or maybe just the one of them that's there, and you just we're, I think by nature we collect things, and certainly in this country we're a country of consumption, and so we're constantly buying things, most of which we do not need. We know that, but yet we're still buying them, right? So today we're going to talk about 5 main things to consider. And folks, if you're a seller, you're going to be a seller. You got to do these things. If you want to sell your home for the most amount of money, you have to take these 5 things into consideration. Marcus, the example I kind of started off with, they did a lot of work and they got that house decluttered and they got it. They went all this whole list that we're going to go through today. They did everything on that list, and guess what? We sold that house in under 24 hours for over asking price. Yep. And there's no way that home would have sold for that price and that quickly if they hadn't put in the effort that they did. So let's dive into it. Depersonalize. Number 1 on the list. I think that this is, it's your home, right? We live there. We maybe we have families there, kids there, or a partner there, and we got personalized stuff. And so buyers have a incredibly difficult time envisioning your house, the one that's for sale, the one that you want to sell. They have an incredibly difficult time envisioning that house being theirs if there's too many personal things, if there's too many photos on the wall, and I'm not a believer in remove all personal items. I think it's nice to have family photo on the wall and things like that, but is it too much? And so the more personal items you have in the house, the harder it is for a buyer to see the house and not those personal items. So it's number on the list. It's very important. You have got to depersonalize your home.
Yeah, I think when you kind of look at that too, Jason, and you're selling a house. We turn our houses into homes. And one way we do that is we bring things that are personal to us in terms of like family stuff and things of that nature. But again, I mean, you're not selling your home, you're selling a house, and a buyer wants to see the house. And it's so easy to get distracted with some really neat personal things that we have. And so, yeah, I mean, definitely. And this isn't necessarily like if you have a lake house, right? I mean, you can leave like that lake house decor because it has a theme. It's the decor is the lake life.
Yes.
So you can lead that kind of stuff, but and then there's also the idea of we get these homes and we put them on MLS that also ship it off to thousands and thousands of property search sites. So there's nothing wrong with depersonalizing. It's kind of a privacy safety net as well. I mean, you kind of protect some of the photos of your family or kids, and by removing those, and then you don't have to worry about they being on property search sites. So,
folks, today we're talking about the 5 golden rules, if you will, of getting your home ready for
5
sale.
Golden rules.
Golden rules, and make it a little more dramatic. Best way to get a hold of us anytime, of course, is our website. Make sure to check out ushometalk.com. We've got all of our partners, connect direct with Marcus, myself, Evan, and Mike. Tons of reports on buying, selling, investing in real estate. It's a really fantastic. You can search for homes. You can get pre-approved for a mortgage. Be sure to check out ushometalk.com. We also have all of our past shows on there as well. And then we've got our real estate hotline number set up, 24/7, 365 real estate hotline number, which is 612-234-7585. 5 golden rules when getting your house ready to sell and staging it. Number 1 we just went over was depersonalizing. Number 2, the number 2 golden rule, maximize. Declutter and maximize the space in your home. Closets packed tight. Marcus, you just mentioned this. Closets packed tight with all your clothes make the place look like it has less closet space than it does. Consider temporary storage for the overflow offsite. And so this is, we have a lot of clients, they'll do the pod, and the pod, they drop it off, you fill it up, they take it away, and then they bring it to your new house when you're ready. And so this is, the declutter, the maximizing the space. It also gives you an opportunity to purge and
Yeah.
donate. All of the
Purge
things
and
that
donate. Yep.
purge and donate, baby. And so that
Hmm.
is one of the look. Moving is stressful. We know that. It's not really fun, but it does give you an opportunity to get rid of things you don't need and to donate them or give them away or just toss them. Because let's face it, we got some things we could just toss. Maximizing the space is a number two golden rule.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of think about that too, Jason. If you're selling a house and you're realistic about your sale, that means that you are going to have to move. And so, if you're going to move, you might as well start packing up and
Yes.
preparing for your move.
Yep.
And it's a way you can kind of two birds, one stone. You can start creating more space in those closet spaces, especially in that master suite, right? We have a lot of nice master suites with some walk-in closets, and just because they are so spacious, you kind of keep all 4 seasons in the closet. But in a situation where you're selling, you know, I'm not wearing my winter jacket anytime soon.
Right.
That is something that can go in a box,
Yep.
get out of the closet, create some space, and pack it up and get ready to move.
Folks, talking about the 5 golden rules to getting your house ready for sale, home staging. Number 1 was depersonalizing. Number 2, maximize and declutter. Number 3 on the list, number 3 golden rule is sanitize. What are we talking about? We got to deep clean, guys. We need to deep clean the house. If you don't have the desire or energy to do it yourself, hire a company. I highly recommend getting a professional company in to do a pre-list, pre-photos deep clean of your house. And it's, it makes such a huge difference when you've got a clean home. It your home presents so much better. It sends the message that this home has been cared for. These folks care about the house, and we're all guilty of it, right? We live in a home and we walk by something every single day or multiple times a day, and we just don't see it anymore. But the deep clean, Overson talks about his wife Jen, who she looks at those baseboards. You got dust on those baseboards.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
going to play a factor, right? And so sanitizing and deep cleaning your home, I would say, if you can, if you have the resources or the time, clean the windows inside and out. So deep clean the house, sanitize it, clean the windows inside and out, make a huge difference. Buyers will appreciate it. It will show the best that it can.
And also, if you do get this done before those photos, as you mentioned, Jason, or at the very least before the showing start. I mean, I always tell people if the home is photo ready, it's show ready.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you can get it in there and have that deep clean done, once you have the deep clean done, it's so much easier to maintain.
It is.
Then we're just talking about quick wipe downs, maybe daily or every other day, a quick wipe down, and you're going to be able to maintain that deep clean look over 30 days or however many days on market, which is average for your specific market. But, it makes it easier to maintain once you have the deep clean done.
Yeah. Yep. 100% agree. Number 4 golden rule is modernize. What we're talking about here is, so look, unless your house is, it's a Victorian built 1910, 1920, and it's got, these incredible built-ins and millwork, most homes would benefit from some updating. And so whether we're talking about, getting rid of the shiny brass, which honestly, there's not a whole lot of that left anymore, replacing it with some, brushed nickel or some, or some rubbed, bronze or things like that. Modernizing is important. Countertops, appliances, even light fixtures and hardware, flooring, these are all things that can really give your home a different feel, especially if you're in or close to a neighborhood that has new construction. That's your competition. So those homes are going to be brand new. They're going to be as modern as they come. And so, keep that in mind. Fresh updates, modernization will certainly help your home sell for a higher dollar amount.
And if you're on a budget, just lean on your real estate professional who has that expertise and can say, hey, how much can we put towards this? Okay, sounds like our budget is maybe limited. Let's maybe do these high interest rooms first and kind of go from there. And so we can be very strategic and smart about the dollar spent if we need to do something like that.
Yeah, lean on your agent. I mean, we've got resources, referrals, and vendors for everything to do with your home. And so we're happy to give those referrals over. It's folks we've worked with and that we trust that do a really great job. So definitely, Marcus, that's a great point. Lean on your agent.
I just got great points all day, don't I? Man, I'm just crushing it.
We're just crushing it. Overson's just gonna watch this show over and over again because it's so good.
He's gonna be impressed. He might not come on anymore.
He might not. He probably will.
Feel the pressure to.
5 golden rules for getting your home ready for market and staging. What are we at here? Number 4, modernize. Did I skip one? I think I missed one. No, sanitize, modernize. Are we at 5 already? I guess we are. We're at 5 already.
Number 5.
Last one on the list is going to be neutralize. What are we talking about? Color can make or break a buyer's interest in your home. You may love that that shocking red wall. These were popular like 20 years ago. The big red accent wall in the great room. I'm guilty of it. So I know exactly what that's all about. But too much color can be too much, right? So super bold colors, they can, again, you want to neutralize things to appeal to more of the masses, right? And so neutral colors, and whether that's wall colors or flooring or even countertops, it makes a difference. Now, there's exceptions to that. I've seen kitchen cabinets. I saw one kitchen that it was blue cabinets, and it was blue, and then it had some of it was enameled, so there was white and blue, and it looked fantastic. I mean, it
sounds nice.
I would never have thought a blue colored cabinet in the kitchen would look good, but it looked really, really good. So, there's exceptions to that, but generally speaking, you want to neutralize your home. You want to appeal to the masses, because when we're selling your house, our goal is to expose it to as many potential buyers as possible, and that's going to bring more people in your door. And so, neutralizing will appeal to more of the buyer mass than if it's bold, strong colors.
Yeah, and I think kind of put yourself in the buyer's shoes, right? I just had some clients here recently working on a new construction build, and the builder said, "Hey, do you want us to paint a couple accent walls in the rooms?" And because their current house had some really nice accent walls, and the client said, "No, thank you. We're going to hold off until we get furniture in there, because they're buying new furniture for the new home." And that was the reason. It was because they wanted to make sure that this accent wall color matched their furniture. And that's kind of the same thing with our buyers here that are looking to buy our homes. Their furniture may be just different than ours. It may be a different look, a different concept, a different design. And so if you can just give them a nice clean slate to imagine themselves saying, "Hey, this room looks clean. It looks great. It looks neutral. We can definitely bring our stuff in here." And then once we have it in there, depending how the lighting is and everything, then we'll choose to do whatever color we want to on our accent walls and go from there. So neutral is the safe bet.
Yeah, and Marcus, that's a fantastic point. You've had looks like fantastic points on all of these.
Yes.
But I think you've had clients like this too. I have buyers at times. They buy their house around the furniture that they currently own. And so that goes with the decorating part. Of course, it's easy to repaint a wall, but again, it's hard for buyers to sometimes see through that. So, if you have an opportunity to neutralize things and appeal to more buyers, it's the way to go. Folks, today we went over 5 golden rules of home staging and getting your home on the market. Quick recap. Number 1 was depersonalize. Number 2, declutter. Number 3, deep clean and sanitize. Number 4, modernize. And number 5, neutralize. Best way to get a hold of us anytime, of course, is our website, ushometalk.com. You can connect directly with Marcus, myself, Mike, and Evan. All of our previous shows are on there. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in this week. We will be back next week at noon. In the meantime, hope you guys have a fantastic week.